Welcome back, Bravehearts. It's Lorraine here with the Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention Q&A. And I have the beautiful Sandra May in Kelowna, BC, helping me out today. So the two of us are going to be talking about menstrual pain and cramping. You know, I don't think I know of a woman who hasn't suffered from this. What's your opinion there, Sandra?
Yeah, exactly. Young or old, we seem to be having problems there. And if you're an experienced doc of detoxer, you know that it's from that putrefaction from the large intestine. You know that it is pooping in your pelvis. And what female out there wants to use that terminology? Pooping in our pelvis. That putrefaction is going to cause a lot of menstrual pain, a lot of cramping. And the good news is that simple steps can make a big difference because we want this area to work well. We want our energy flow coming from this area to be really wonderful. We want to be connected to our full, authentic feminine self. And so yay, you're here with Doc Detox. We're going to help you understand how best to get reconnected with this area of your body and help to reduce that menstrual pain and cramping.
And just remember, this is a live Q&A, so that means if you have questions, put them in the comments. And Sandra will let us know when there's questions. And if you're watching it later, you know what? Still put them in the comments because we keep an eye on these things and we want to be able to educate as many people as we can. And when I was looking for statistics, and I'm thinking, I remember I had, when I was young, I always had menstrual pain and cramping. But did I go to the doctor? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. So I'm thinking the statistics are only based on the people who actually went to the doctor, right? Those are the only ones that they can pull from. And what I found was about 80% of women during their life will have menstrual pain and cramping. And that's a big number. That's a big number. But like I said, I bet it's every woman. Every woman. It's more like 100%. And it said further down, it said 5 to 10% of women will have severe enough that this will disrupt their life. Now, I know for me, I wasn't bedridden, but I certainly, I had to prepare myself because not only was there pain and cramping, but my periods were very heavy and the flow was very heavy. So I quite often when I worked, and I was a dental assistant working for an orthodontist, so I was up and down, from my chair, getting my next patient, doing the work, and then up and down from my chair, cleaning and getting my next patient. So I wasn't sitting still all day. And I would have to use a tampon and a pad to just get through those really heavy days. And it wasn't great. It was painful and cramping. And I would use like a hot water bottle or something like that when I wasn't working, if I happened to be home or whatever. On the weekend, so I was doing the best I could. And matter of fact, I do remember taking ibuprofen. So, you do what you know, and that's it. So, but the medical system, what their answers for it is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So they'll put you on some drugs, or maybe they'll put you on birth control because they believe that birth control will settle that down. I don't understand how that would do it, but maybe it's got something to do with the hormones and messing with the hormones. They could put you on hormonal treatment too. And another thing that came up was dietary changes, and that's pretty much where we would be talking about what are you eating? Why is your body so inflamed? Like Sandra mentioned, why is there that pooping in your pelvic area happening? We've got to be able to address that digestive tract, the whole digestive tract, not just the end part. Because a lot of times when you're not eating correctly, you're not food combining correctly, maybe you're not chewing well enough, maybe you're sitting down and eating when you're angry or upset or in a hurry, you're not going to digest. And when you don't digest, I mean, it's going to start in the stomach, but it's going to work its way down through the entire digestive tract. So that could end up being lower pain and cramping. So we want to be able to honor that digestion. So if I were you, one of the first things I would do is I would download the PDG free and start looking at that perfect day protocol. Let's talk about where it starts, right, Sandra? Right in the mouth here.
Yeah, everything starts there because we want those digestive enzymes to get in there and start doing their job, start communicating with the body as soon as possible, right? Our body is actually a miraculous set of symptoms put together, our systems, and they work so well together. We can't just say one system this and one system that. They are so interconnected and they're so beautifully working together that to prevent an issue at the other end of the body, the pelvic region, we need to pay attention to what's going on up here in this region, right? So it is very incredible about what's going on in the body. And so there we are, guys. There's the highway of life. We are definitely going to have a very big impact on our pelvic region, male or female, at that front door. And we're going to have a big impact, get those digestive enzymes going, break down that food, get lots of surface area on there. So those digestive enzymes in the stomach, even if there's less there, you want whatever is there to have lots of surface area to attach to, and then keep the situation going on in the stomach, then to the small intestine, large intestine, right? Because if we can slow down that putrefaction and in fact get rid of it totally with a nice, good barrier in that in that large intestine, in that what's labeled on here is that third brain. If we can completely make sure that that large intestine is doing its job, so it's going to be able to absorb nutrients, open up enough to absorb nutrients and then close up when there's just toxins there, right? It is so magical what that large intestine can do and zip open for nutrient absorption and zip back closed for keeping those toxins out. So it is absolutely amazing, right? And who doesn't need to be more in tune with their pelvic region, male or female? Ladies, we just have the benefit of having that extra entry point so that we can get good nutrients right into that vagina with that vaginal infusion, get all those components in there and soaked in there so that we can further assist that cleaning up of that area.
Most definitely. And a lot of people don't understand too, when you cook food, you're going to reduce the natural enzymes in there, and you're going to reduce the frequency or the vibration. You're going to get rid of some of that life force from that fruit or vegetable or stew or whatever you're cooking. So you're going to diminish it. When you eat something like that, when you eat any cooked foods, you need digestive enzymes because your body can't break it down if it doesn't have those enzymes in it. And we'll take it a little bit further back. When I go to the grocery store and I pick up a tomato that was shipped from California, let's say, when that California grower picks the tomatoes, he's got to pick them early because he wants them to stay in a form that they're not going to bruise and they won't spoil in shipping. So he picks them early. And then when they get up to wherever they're going to be dispersed, they go through a chemical process to speed up that ripening. Well, what we know is that fruits and vegetables, they get their digestive enzymes, which our body needs in order to be able to break that fruit or vegetable down in the final process of ripening on the vine, in the ground, on the tree, wherever they're coming from. So when it's picked early, it doesn't have those natural enzymes. And then it's put through a process so that tomato looks nice and red and is nice and firm, but you smell that tomato, it just doesn't smell right. You taste that tomato and it's just not there on the taste either. And that's what's happening. And when that's happening for absolutely everything that we're putting in the body, well, we're going to have a highway to HE double hockey sticks instead of a highway to life. I'm up in Canada. I get to do that, right? Right? HE double hockey sticks. We know what that means. So, if you're eating cooked foods, then make sure you've got some digestive enzymes. And I would be taking at least 4 when I sit down to have that meal. And 20 to 30 minutes later, if I feel any bloating in my stomach, I'm going to take another 4 or 5 again, because I want to catch that before it gets into the small intestine. I want to catch it early. So let's get things moving and get things digesting properly. And if you're eating a meal that has meat in it, as we age, number one, we don't need so much protein. Number two, we cannot break down the meat like we did when we were younger. So you need to have something like FibroClear. So FibroClear would be the thing that I would suggest if you're eating meats, because that's going to help you break it down so your body doesn't say, hey, I can't break this down. I'm going to put it over here, and then I'll keep putting more fibrin over there. And then before you know it, you've got a fibroid. And the FibroClear is actually really good at getting rid of that. And it's also really good at getting the mucus out of the body where it doesn't belong, where it's no longer serving you. So that could be in the lungs or any tube in the body.
Wonderful. We've got some brave hearts out here asking some questions, Lorraine. Let me just back my screen up a little bit. The first question, what was a good protocol for PMS, bloating, and discomfort? And so I definitely shared, the basic, hey, perfect day protocol, but gave me a little bit more specifics. What about a little bit of bloating after an ultimate coffee enema? Sometimes everything feels clean and sometimes it creates a little discomfort, like I didn't get it all cleaned out. That was my feeling, love, is that if you're not feeling some energy pickup, if you're not feeling really great, once you're ready to clean up that ultimate coffee enema, then let's just stop. Let's put some more warm structured water, a little bit of tummy love in there. Let's put a little bit more in. Essentially, if you're feeling bloated, then that you've created a little bit of a mud puddle. And some of that mud puddle in the large intestine is now passing back through into the abdomen. So let's just go back into let's just put some more warm structured water, tummy love, back into the large intestine. And afterwards, I just called a rinse. Let's just do a rinse or two and let's just help clean that area out. We don't want to essentially, create a mud puddle. Lining of that large intestine could very well have had some dehydrated stool in there. You have rehydrated it. It has come off and your body's expelled as much as it could, but there's a little bit more sitting there. So just another rinse. Anything you want to add in, Lorraine?
Well, for the first part of that question, you need to be on the humic acid. because it's going to balance the hormones, balance metabolism, balance your weight. It'll help you tone muscles. So all of these inner organs, they're muscles. They're muscles. So let's support them, and it's also going to support the good microbiome, which is going to help you digest properly. If your microbiome in any part of your digestive tract is off, and there's more bad than good, well, then, things are going to slow down because your body can't break it down properly. So we need to be able to boost those good ones. And that's one of the things that the humic, the black gold and the black diamond and the tummy love all can help you with. So one of those things would be great to be doing, and it's going to balance the hormones too. So a lot of the medical system would say it's more of a hormonal problem when you have pain for when you have your menstrual cycle or cramping. So get on the black gold, the black diamond, the daily cleansing tea, and the tummy love if you want. I mean, you need to do the black gold because it only works in the digestive tract. It doesn't go into the rest of the body. And then you have to have either the black diamond, or maybe we've got the immunity mutation. No. Inflammation mutation sale on right now until the 22nd. And our humic and fulvic acid is on sale for 40% off. Those would be good ones too, right? If it's hormonal, then the humic. If it's you want to get rid of bad bacteria, fungus, and parasites, well, that's more fulvic, but they both do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely that sale is on until the 22nd. So check that out for sure, guys. And some people will start with just one product and notice it making a difference. But we definitely kind of the base products that we talk about here at Doc Detox is the daily cleansing tea, the black diamond in your drinking water, and the black gold in your food. And then some people will start with the tummy love. So you're going to do the tummy love instead of the black diamond. It is the same mix of products. It's just a little bit second generation technology. But lots of ladies, and I've come to experiment with my Ultimate Coffee Enema, experiment with what I'm putting in my water. And my body really loves the comfort that I feel from the tummy love. And it's not that I feel anything harsh from the black diamond. It's just that I feel in my tissues, in my coffee enema, my body feels comforted with the tummy love. So that's why we usually talk about tummy love with the Ultimate Coffee Enema. And then for people who get a little bit of practice, change it up and talk to your body and see what it's saying to you. Lots of females, whether they are young, whether they are mid-aged, whether they are 18, or, they are loving that tummy love and what it's doing for helping out the female region and helping clean it out.
It just popped into my head about the studies on the water studies with Dr. Yamamoto and the crystal water studies. And he talked about when you put words on a vessel that has liquid in it, that vibration of the word goes in there. So love is in there. So to me, that's why people are attracted to it. It's not the only reason. Really, you do your research, you know what you're doing. Doc Detox carries the best products that I have ever come across. The first product I started using was the black gold. And I knew I had trouble in my digestive tract, just like everybody else. But my biggest thing was I had heavy metals. I went through chemotherapy and radiation and lots of surgeries. And I wanted to get the heavy metals out. And I had a biofeedback machine that I was using on myself and my clients. So I knew where my heavy metals were. And that black gold was the thing that started bringing those heavy metals down and down faster than anything else I had ever tried. And believe me, I tried a lot. So not only are you balancing the hormones, balancing metabolism, balancing weight, feeding the good bacteria, and patching the holes in the large intestine. That's what the black gold does. So yeah. Any other thoughts, Sandra?
Well, just when you say actually patching holes, it just brings me back to when we were in Mexico and we actually had, the vibration for people that were educated within the traditional medical system, right? Remember the course we basically called the nurses course. A whole bunch of nurses showed up, took the course all at the same time. One lady had been in the operating room for years, and she told a story. And yes, it was a person that was very, very large, but she talked about holes. When they opened up the abdomen, they could see directly into the large intestine. There was actual physical holes. And unfortunately, there was actual stool lining the abdomen. So normally we're talking about this on a molecular level, but it doesn't matter because a little bit of poop getting in the wrong spot, still pooping in your pelvis. But for this person, it was actual holes, actual stool lining the abdomen. And that, of course, would have been part of the reason why the person was so much overwasted, right? It's so much extra weight because the body was saying, yipes, all this putrefaction's happening in the abdomen with all those important organs. And it was saying, okay, we're going to actually turn on the function to make some fat cells because we need to try to get this absorbed into fat and try to keep them away from the organs. Body probably was making a lot of scar tissue, again, trying to wall off all those important organs. And so even though this person, maybe traditionally you'd say, oh, that person's this flat out fat or something, and you use a word like that. Actually, that body went into overtime trying to do its best for that person, trying to absorb all those things and get them away from all those organs, right? So it's fascinating what we can learn when we realize the body's not failing. The body is doing its best. We're the ones not understanding the body talk, and we're not understanding that it's doing its best just to keep us alive, right?
Exactly. So I'm going to bring up the large intestine. So just give me a second here. And there we go. That one's gone. And
comments of, yes, I feel the same way about the tummy love. Thanks for the reminder. Mud puddle. Yep. Thank you. That makes sense. Laughing out loud for this. And you know what, guys? I never started doing that ultimate coffee enema until I was really convinced I needed to, because it wasn't that much fun in the very beginning. But you know what? I just knew that it was better out than in, and that I had to just do the deep breathing, maybe reach out to other practitioners, phone Dr. Dara Wolf to say, okay, I'm trying this, and it's actually a little bit difficult the first couple of times. So that's just fine, right? We're here to educate you so that you know exactly what you're doing. You're not out here experimenting and doing things that you shouldn't be doing. We're here to educate you so that you know exactly why you're doing the ultimate coffee enema, and that what some of those feelings might be when your body's kind of doing a little double take of, woo, we're full of water. What's going on now? Well, here is the gut-brain connection, everybody. And this is so vitally important. And just look at all this information that we provide for you. And it is just fascinating. Where do you want to start, Lorraine?
Well, all of these conditions are your body trying to do its best to keep you upright and functioning. The diverticulitis, the little, I don't know if you can see the little bumps on the outside of the large intestine. So it's the very first picture there. so the large intestine is starting to get irritated, and then it gets inflamed. Now, when it gets inflamed, when I'm inflamed, I'm not going to be able to move very well. And then it starts to get irritated and it's saying, oh my gosh, I got to grab onto this infection and keep it encapsulated somehow. So that's those little pouches. They're little pouches like little pimples or cysts on the large intestine. And the medical system, if they found that out, they would say, well, maybe we'll wait and see. Maybe it's going to, rectify itself, but come back in X amount of months, and likely it's going to be suggested to get them removed, right?
Yep.
And really, all we have to do is honor that pelvic area. All we've got to do is start protocol to actually strengthen that and use the DACA detox products. Like I said, that black gold was the very first one that I used. And it was amazing. And I knew it was working. I had proof, you know? So let's honor the body. Let's, start by that perfect day protocol. Get on a clean diet and know it's baby steps in the right direction. Rome wasn't built in one day. 1% today, 1% the next day, 1% the next day. Well, in 100 days, you've got it. And, I believe so strongly, 100%, I believe 100%, our body can heal from everything. We get a cut and we don't question the fact that it's going to heal. It's absolutely everything else that we question. If my body knows how to heal from a cut, it knows how to heal from everything. The problem is, the bigger the problem, the more we've got to be able to supply it with what it needs. There's a lack there. It didn't start off with a big problem. It started off with a little bit of irritation, and then it went to inflammation, and then it went to infection, and then it went to mutation or whatever, right? So we want to be able to supply the body with what it needs and come back to basics. What did Mother Nature give us? High vibrational fruits and vegetables. So start eating them properly, start food combining properly, start chewing properly. Change your frame of mind around food. Food is about giving that vibration, that high vibration back into the body. So let's see what can raise our vibration the quickest. So, that's why we've got the nutraceuticals. The nutraceuticals that Dr. Wolf carries are high vibrational. And it's to give you that boost that everybody needs when you've got a dis-ease in the body and you're down flat and you don't know how to get your body in any way, shape, or form in a healthier position. You need to be using those nutraceuticals to raise the body's vibration. Once the body's vibration is raised up even just a little bit and you start to feel better, now you've got the confidence and the fortitude to do more. So start looking at the diet, start looking at your frame of mind. How about diving into that Braveheart emotional work? I mean, really, one of the reasons you get constipated is because you are holding on to stuff that no longer serves you. Up here first, and then it's down here causing havoc.
I am just looking at a part of the graph that is underneath that picture. It's on the right-hand side. And if everybody, you can maybe even take a screenshot of it and blow it up. But does actually show all those sexual organs in behind so that you can understand when this putrefaction is happening. There it says normal female large intestine, and it's showing all those female organs in there.
Right here.
Yeah. And even the image right up above it, Lorraine, as well. See that, yeah, and put the pointer right on the ovaries and the vagina there, right in the middle.
Ovaries.
Right. And so then, yeah,
Vagina.
apply it down to the one below where it's prolapsed. That large
Yeah.
intestine is
See
right
that?
on top, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's and really when the large intestine starts doing that, can you imagine how hard it's going to be for that peristalsis? That natural peristalsis was one part of the large intestine contracts, that feces moves forward, the next part contracts, this one's open up, and then it contracts as this one, pushes and it pushes the next one through. So just imagine trying to move something where you've got to fight against gravity too. And you are constipated. So there's a lot of things going on there. And for sure, your organs are right there. They have nowhere else to go. They can't run away.
No.
And then we've got the manure pile down the bottom there. Like, so you're getting it from both ends.
Right. Right. Just imagine taking three little products, right? Even though they're all wonderful, but let's just pretend you're going to take three products. You're going to do daily cleansing tea. You're going to do black diamond in your drinking water. You're going to do black gold in your food. And just imagine, because I've talked to people on the phone, they've called in and said, I've only done this little bit and my periods are much easier to handle. I've only done this little bit, and things just are working better if you're a man. I've only done this little bit and I'm pregnant. Like, how exciting is that, right? Now, that just speaks to the power and of your body and the cleanliness and the purity of the products with absolutely no heavy metals left in them. Right? It's so amazing. Right. Of course, we teach the Perfect Day protocol, and we're going to educate you about all those products. But I think simplicity just speaks volumes, absolutely volumes.
Yes. Yeah. Keep it simple. The KISS therapy, right? Keep it simple, silly. Right? Right. So I'm going to bring up the tail end of these slides here. So just give me a second. We'll end this one. So yes, the large intestine is the holy grail and the pelvic area for men and women. I mean, this is where our reproductive organs are. This is where the elimination, the end part of the elimination is. We want to keep that pristine. If you want to be, in your 60s, 70s, 80s and still upright and moving, we have to come back and honor that large intestine. It's the only way we're getting out.
Yeah, our grandparents, or maybe for some people, our great grandparents, they had an enema kit, right? And then when we thought we were getting so modernized that we could just simply take an X-Lax, and that's Daryl's story about his grandparents, right? Oh, the enema bucket went underneath the bed as soon as the X-Lax started. Unfortunately, I mean, I know society and people, maybe I shouldn't say society, but I know people are generally doing their best and they think they've done something wonderful by boiling it all down into one tablet for you. And right. But I guess it kind of ties back into what I started before of our bodies are so incredible and intertwined systems that work like a miracle all together. The boiling something down just into one pill, you're missing out on so much of what nature has to offer you. You're missing out on so much. And so when we get away from eating the whole foods, we're missing out a lot of those benefits. So instead of us, isolating one part of a plant to make an acetaminophen or another part of a plant to make an ibuprofen. Let's get back to those whole foods. Let's get back to that. Nature's pharmacy is actually walking through, a farmer's market or walking through your own garden that's got a variety of different things in it. And then all of a sudden now your reproductive system's working better. All of a sudden, maybe even sex is just more enjoyable because it doesn't hurt anymore. Those tissues have lots of lubrication and they have lots of natural juice in them. So it just doesn't, intimacy with a partner shouldn't hurt, right? It should be wonderful. It should be about connection and not about, yikes, get that thing away from me.
Exactly. Yeah. So we definitely need to get back to those 4 pillars, your diet, the nutraceuticals, the exercise, and most important, that Braveheart emotional work. We've got to do all 4. So we are coming to an end here. So it's time for us to go through some other slides so that you know what we've got coming forward and getting prepared for you. So we've got the Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, come stay, come play, come heal, come train, come thrive. And that's the biggest thing, right? I don't know about you, but I'm tired of surviving. I am thriving. I am thriving through the rest of whatever life I've got left. I'm going to make every moment count. And that is what we're offering. We're offering to give you the information so that you can become your own practitioner for yourself first, and then for your family. Be that shining light for the family. You don't even have to say anything. People are going to come and say, oh my gosh, what are you doing? What are you taking? How did you do that? Right? Because you are going to be that glowing bright light for the family.
Yeah. As Dr. Dara Wolf says, are you ready to step into the most incredible, dynamic learning curve of a lifetime? Set yourself free. Decide that you have enough intelligence to decide between acetaminophen or ibuprofen. You've got more intelligence inside your body. You can make these choices. And so for everybody out there, if you want to just a little toe step in and try the daily cleansing tea, try those 3 basic products, you're going to be intrigued. And then you're really going to want to know what else is out there for you. So send in your questions. Dr. Dara Wolf is, like he said today, he likes to be hands-on. He likes to have contact. So if you want to reach out to Dr. Dara Wolf, he is there for you. 469-861-8884. And look at all those different platforms that we're on: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We're here for you. Wherever we can connect with you, we are doing our darndest to get out there to connect with you.
And, I just wanted to mention one more thing. If you have got a problem in the pelvic area, that vaginal infusion, I mean, why would you consider taking something orally to fix something that's so far down from here? It's got to go through that whole digestive tract, and anything going through there is going to lose its efficacy. By the time it gets down there, it's not going to do a whole lot. It might do something, but it's also killing the good bacteria too. So we want to be able to do what is going to work and work the best, and actually honor the body, repair the body, tone the body, get rid of viruses, bad bacteria, fungus, and start healing that area of the body. And that is what the vaginal infusion, rectal infusion for men, is what you need to be doing. And if you're a man, you need to do the ultimate coffee enema first, so you can empty out the pipes a little bit and support the liver. That's why you do an ultimate coffee enema, is to support the liver more than emptying out the pipes. But if you're a man and you need to do a rectal infusion, do that ultimate coffee enema first.
Absolutely. We've got so much excitement going on today, guys. There is a show at 8 p.m. Eastern. There's the screenshot is all those different documents there for us. But we want to jump right in and start talking about the app, because we've only got a few precious moments here left with you. Today is very exciting. 8 p.m. Eastern, we've got with the launch of the BHN app. So BHN app.com is where you're going to download an app for your laptop, for your smartphone, for your tablet, because again, this is going to be a brand new place for us to connect with you. And it's our own channel. It's up to Dr. Dara Wolf what goes on there and what doesn't go on there. And nobody else is going to make those choices from us anymore. So we're very, very excited about that.
And today is the launch of it, right? Today is the 15th. It's Independence Day in Mexico. So they picked Independence Day because it symbolizes a huge change and a shift, right? We are now independent, and we are independent thinkers about what goes into our body, what comes out of our body, how we're going to work with our body, absolutely everything.
Yeah. And so there could be some giveaways, guys. There could be quite a bit of excitement going on. So if you want to be in the know, if you want to know what's going on, you should be on the show at 8 p.m. Eastern. So you check it out. You're going to have some action steps, no doubt. You're going to have to do something because we're all about taking that massive personal action. But I'd be on the show at 8 p.m. Eastern if you want to know what's going on with the app and in the world of Doc of Detox and Braveheart Nation.
And that's tonight or tomorrow night? Tonight?
Let's look at the slide. Yeah, I do believe it's today. Okay. 16th. What's the date? 16th.
Oh yeah, it is the 16th.
Yep. We're good.
Okay, yes. Awesome. And just know that we have the inflammation mutation sale on. And like I mentioned earlier, that humic and fulvic acid, the liquid, is on 40% off. If you want to tone down the inflammation and get rid of mutation, those are the things we need to be taking. There's the infinite iodine, and the iodide is on 30% off. The iodine for the 4 ounce and the 500 ml, they are 25% off. And there is the Avicin is on 25% off too. I don't think we've ever put that on sale. Have we like that?
Yeah. No, maybe not at this price, maybe not, but we did have a pretty good price in the spring that here at the warehouse, we were busy phoning up people. Yeah. And you know what, on that note, if you're a practitioner out there, or if you're someone that loves to promote these products, we've got one heck of an affiliate link for you. And so you will be able to make, do you believe a 7% on the individual products and 5% on energy medicine. So the Avicen's one of those, if you try it, you'll buy it. So you have one in the house and you bring over some friends or family and they'll try it. You can sell it. You can make that 5% on there. So it's just yet another way that Dr. Dara Wolf is supporting people and helping them to find their own roar by teaching other people about the products. All right, here, unleash your truth and win the gift that keeps on giving. Now until Sunday, September 22nd, midnight. Let's see, you can enter for your chance to win one of 15 Braveheart Nation University scholarships. Oh my goodness. In Ixtapa Ziwan Neo, starting on October 9th, 2024. So if you've got your things all taken care of and you're ready to pack a bag and hop, you need to be paying attention. You could be sitting eyeball to eyeball with Dr. Dara Wolf on October 9th and get the full download person to person.
Exactly. So it looks like 5 whole life coach certifications are being given away. 5 non-surgical certifications are being given away, and 5 pelvic restoration and disease prevention masterclasses. So like Sandra said, get that information in so that go to bhnapp.com, sign up for the app, and let us know why you want to take this certification.
Right. All right. We're a little bit past our time because we got so excited to talk to you about the Braveheart app. But let's head for that Braveheart oath, my dear.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Okay,
Just
sounds
wanted to let everybody know real quickly, Daryl Wolf is coming to do live lectures in Canada. The first one is in Toronto, October the 20th. And then he's in Kelowna, October the 23rd. And then he's in Calgary, and he's doing two for me, Thursday, October the 24th, and Saturday the 26th. Find out more information and sign up for any of these free lectures. And if you can't attend, guess what? They're going to be live. So you'll be able to see it anyways. But it's always best to be there. And it is free. Go to bhnuniversity.com or braveheartnation.com, same place. Canadian lectures, here we come. And there's the app. We just talked about that. Perfect Day download, PDG free if you haven't gotten it. It's an amazing thing. I do love the idea of searching and searching a word and bringing up the pages that it's on. And then how do you find Dr. Wolf on Facebook? Take a screenshot. I'll let it sit there. Quick. Take your screenshot. We're heading to the next one. And then how do you find him on Instagram? Take your screenshot now. And only one permanent health care, and that is self-care. You've got to be your own practitioner. Only one permanent love, and that is self-love. When you love yourself, first and foremost, then you will fly. You will rise to your full potential.
together we are stronger, and we love coming together with you. Everything is about coming back together, right? Think about that separation of different systems before, and now body, mind, and soul. Docu Detox is helping you to come back together as a single unit, and encouraging us to come back together as a community. Your questions matter. We're here for you. There's documents, there's books you can buy, you can download them. We've got all sorts of websites. We have a retreat center in a luxurious Ixtapa, Mexico. We've got toll-free lines. We got an app. We've got it all for you here at Docu Detox, and all because you matter. Your questions matter.
Exactly. And then we've come to the Braveheart Oath. Do you want to read it, or should I read it?
You go for it today.
Okay, I will. You know, I like to put my hand on my heart, because when we touch any area of our body, our thoughts go there. So now I know it's coming from my heart. I am loved. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. Because I am, I can, I am loved, I'm healed, I'm Braveheart. Thank you so much for joining us and putting your questions in. And again, your questions matter. If you're catching this on the rebound, just know that we love you. Put your questions in there. We watch these things, and we'll get your questions answered. Right, Sandra?
Absolutely. Take care, everyone. Loved being here with you.
And 3, 2, 1, we've got this.